Welcome to another video of MADMAN Review, and in today's video we will run through the importance of suppressors, or what we commonly call silencers. Contrary to what most people believe that silencers are only used for perfect stealth mode when shooting your target, this specialized tool has other purposes that most people don't know. Here are the 5 best reasons why you should invest in a suppressor. Number 5. Accurate shooting. One undeniable benefit of using a suppressor is accurate shooting. Though some won't vouch for this one, since there is no guarantee that the suppressor will perform 100%, the suppressor has a universal effect on its shooting performance. Also, suppressors reduce recoils, which means a lesser firearm movement after the bullet leaves the barrel. This allows the shooter to have a stable hold of the gun, while the minimal movement of the gun allows the bullet to shoot directly into the direction of the target. There might be a difference, but it is too minimal that you can still hit the bullseye even in windy weather. Number 4. Great for hunting. This reason may trigger those who are members of PETA, or those who are against killing animals, but in some countries, hunting is legal. Deer hunting is legal in most states here in the U.S., but it's not a question of legality, but whether or not we are allowed to use suppressors while hunting. Drumroll, please! The answer is a big yes. Suppressors offer several benefits when hunting. One of these benefits include the hearing benefits for both the shooter and the animals. If your gun has a suppressor, the gun sound will not be as loud as those guns that don't have a suppressor. Your game will not be spoiled, and the gunshot will not spook other animals. This means that you can easily pin down a giant deer without disturbing the other animals nearby. This may sound odd, but suppressors will allow you to have a hunting spree. Make sure that you will hit animals that can be legally shot and not the people around you. Number 3. Neighbor-friendly guns. People did not have issues with their homes, vicinity, or even the neighborhood back in the day. Most people from the 1940s to 1980s had bigger places and farms where they could practice shooting targets freely. Today, as society grows and the places develop into a diverse and dynamic community, gun enthusiasts have fewer places to shoot their guns away from the residential areas. They're having trouble finding fields where they can not disturb the animals and the people peacefully residing in the area. This leads us to the second problem. Gun enthusiasts and shooting range owners mostly have issues with the people living near the shooting range. Most people are not pleased with them due to the loud and noisy gunshots. This is not surprising, though. Gunshots are loud and noisy, and these gunshot noises will disturb and ruin the neighborhood's awesome barbecue party on a Sunday morning. This is where the suppressors come into play. Your gun must have a suppressor mounted to lessen the gunshot noises and become a responsible resident. Number 2. Less recoil and muzzle blast. Gun recoil and muzzle blast are 2 of the most daunting factors of firing a gun, especially for first-time gun owners. You can barely prepare yourself on what to expect to the extent that you might start thinking about whether you will miss your target or will you accidentally drop the gun. But if you have a suppressor mounted to your gun, recoil and the muzzle blast will be minimized. This gives them a pleasant feeling of shooting their targets accurately. Reduced recoil and muzzle brake also prevents the shooters from getting hit by the telescopic sight or other aiming components that may affect the shooter's performance. Number 1. Hearing protection. Those who are not into guns might think that silencers or suppressors are unnecessary. We cannot blame them, especially if they haven't heard any gunshot sounds in real life. Most of these people do not know that sounds ranging around 120 decibels and above can cause high-frequency hearing loss. Sounds around 85 decibels can already be disturbing and harmful to us. And if you are exposed to this frequency for a long time, you may get hearing problems right away. Some may say that hearing protection is enough, as it can lessen gunshot sound. Hearing protection can reduce the frequency by up to 30 decibels only. The gunshot sounds may stay at 120 decibels or below that number regardless of the gun's type, make, and model. This is attainable when you use a suppressor that can cut noise up to 40 decibels and hearing protection that can lessen the gunshot noise up to 30 decibels. If you want to get one, you must also consider this fact. Due to high demand and low supply of suppressors, you can barely buy a quality suppressor at a very affordable price. Though suppressors are expensive tools, gun enthusiasts still flock to gun stores to get their ideal suppressor. Some may go with the classic ones, while others choose aesthetically beautiful suppressors to mount on their guns. And if you are living here in the U.S., you may also consider the process. Unlike in other places in Europe and Africa, where getting a suppressor is a piece of cake, You need to have patience and endure the hassle of getting one. Because of this, the gun rights groups introduced the Hearing Protection Act bill in 2017. This bill was introduced to Congress with the hope of removing these silencers from the National Firearms Act of 1934. This bill will allow the suppressor to be sold like common firearms if passed. This bill also encourages people to use silencers when hunting or shooting targets in a firing range. There is also a possibility that the supply will increase. The suppressor's price will drop due to competition if this happens. Unfortunately, after many years in Congress, the bill's status did not progress. The bill was reintroduced in 2019, yet it is still dead in the water. Suppressors are important tools that gun owners and gun enthusiasts must have. How about you? Do you already have a silencer in your arsenal? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.